Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be previewing the Washington football team's week 6 matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll give you guys a very important injury update for the Washington football team, but also the Chiefs. They have some key players that have not been practicing. I'll also give you guys some keys to victory for the Washington football team, and also give you guys my final score prediction. And at the end of the video, I will talk about the Washington football team retiring Sean Taylor's jersey. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Make sure to hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. It really helps out the channel a ton. And also make sure you guys check out WinView with the link in the description, and also on your screen right now they got a bunch of cool contests that you can enter to win some prizes, and you just got to answer 8 questions before each game. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so the Kansas City Chiefs are visiting the Washington football team. Both teams are 2-3. Did not think I was going to be saying this, earlier on in the year. Did not think the Kansas City Chiefs would be, below 500 when coming to Washington. But we are here, so, important game for both teams, would be a good win for both teams. So let's get into an injury update for both of these teams. So lengthy injury report for the Washington football team. The players that did not practice: Sam Cosmi, Jared Norris, Brandon Sheriff, Cam Sims, Curtis Samuel. Really no surprises there, especially with Brandon Sheriff, Curtis Samuel, and Cam Sims. Those guys, especially, Cam Sims is expected to be out this week, maybe even next week, and then Brandon Sheriff might come back against the Packers, or the week after that. Sam Cosmi, really haven't got much clarity on his injury. Could be a thing where he tries to play through it, but with those kind of injuries, you can't really practice much. You just gotta wait until the game. That's something that could happen. So if he does play this week, I don't think he will practice, and if he does, maybe it'll be limited. If not this week, maybe he will play next week. And then the guys that were limited: John Allen, De'Ami Brown, Antonio Gibson, Cole Holcomb, James Smith-Williams. Those guys have been on the injury report for a while. I expect all of them to be good to go for this game. We'll see about De'Ami. I don't know if he's going to be good, just because he did miss last week, but it is encouraging that he is at least practicing a little bit, and we'll see tomorrow what his final designation is. And I'll make a video on that, because since we have so many injuries, I'll talk about who will be playing and who will not be playing. But that's our injury report. We got some notable names there, definitely. The Kansas City Chiefs, though, they're also dealing with some injuries as well. Tyreek Hill, with his quad injury the last couple of days, has not practiced. Chris Jones, wrist injury, he has not practiced. He did not play last week as well. And then Joe Thuney, their guard, who they paid a bunch of money to, he has, I think, might be a fractured hand. He did not practice. There's a solid chance that at least 2 out of those 3 guys don't play, and those guys are really good players. I mean, Chris Jones is one of their top 3 defensive, probably their second best defensive player behind Tyrann Mathieu, and him, Chris Jones, and Frank Clark. All those guys are really good players on their defense, but I think Chris Jones is definitely up there, and having him out would be a huge loss, and is part of the reason why they're struggling so bad on defense so far this year. I mean, you look at their defensive statistics, they're the worst defense in the NFL in terms of points per game. We're just slightly ahead of them, but they're allowing 32.6 points per game, to their opponents, which is just insane. And they're not great on their run defense or pass defense. They're not last in either of them, but they're just really low in both of them. So we have to take advantage of that. Our defense is not good, but their defense is even worse. So now let's get into keys to victory. I don't have too many for you guys, but I mean, the one is obvious. We have to find a way to somewhat contain Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and that's if Tyreek Hill plays. I'm really not sure. He's super valuable to their team, because obviously he's an amazing player. I mean, you can see the stat right here: 1,800 yards since the start of 2020. But the attention that you have to put on him, you have to put a corner on him, safety help, even double team sometimes. That allows for guys like Travis Kelce, McCole Hardman to get open, and you can't even put that much attention on Tyreek Hill because you have a guy like Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end in football, on the field at the same time. So having Tyreek Hill out would be huge because we would be, we would be able to, put more attention on Travis Kelce and not have to worry about that home run threat that Tyreek Hill is. They still got McCole Hardman, but he's definitely not the same type of player that Tyreek Hill is. So we have to somewhat, find a way to contain these guys, put a little bit more attention on them. If Tyreek Hill is out, then put almost all of your attention on Travis Kelce. And I do not want to see I want to see Landon Collins in the box more. But if he is not in the box, last game they played him more in the box, which is good. But if he's out there at the safety position, at strong safety, I do not want to see one time where he's on Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, because if that happens, I encourage Patrick Mahomes just to throw right there because it's a guaranteed touchdown. I mean, it's a mismatch pretty much anytime any defender's on Tyreek Hill, but having Landon Collins on Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, you're just asking to get beat. So I think Landon Collins should either get less playing time in this game or play much more as a linebacker like he did last game. I like that they did that. But the couple plays they got burnt deep on was because Landon Collins was in coverage. So they got to pay attention to both of these players. And another one is, I don't have a graphic up for it, but we have to be disciplined. I mean, I know the Chiefs are 2-3, but they're a good team. We know they're going to figure it out at some point this year, and you're not going to be able to beat a team like the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback when you're getting all these penalties, when you're bailing the Chiefs out on offense, or you're killing your field position on offense. You either start off the drive really bad at the year 5, year 6, or you have a 2nd and 25 or something like that. I mean, last week against the Saints, we lost because of a bunch of reasons, but one of the main reasons is because of our starting field position. It didn't really have anything to do with, penalties, but their punter was just insane. And it just shows, the field position, how important it is, because we had, 2 times there where we really got screwed over because, one time Heineke threw an interception, he was backed up in his own end zone, and the other time, they're just trying to, if they would have gotten the ball at the 20, maybe, right before the half, maybe they try to score, maybe they, their playbook is much more limited when they're at the 1, they just, run to get a couple yards, and then they punt the ball, and the Saints get the ball with 8 seconds left and score. So got to be more disciplined, because that helps your field position on offense, and of course it'll help you get off the field on 3rd down if you're not bailing them out with penalties like we have in the last few weeks, pretty much this whole season. The next one, got to be better on 3rd down offensively and defensively. We've been 31st in both categories, offensively and defensively, on 3rd down. That has to be better. That's the money down. You have to be good on 3rd down. At least the offense, they've managed to, be ranked the 12th best offense, at least points per game wise. But they still got to be better on 3rd down if they want to get better on offense. And the defense, we already know how bad they are on 3rd down. It's really, really, really bad. They have to improve, and that starts with the communication, but also the penalties. We've had a lot of times where we've bailed out the other team because of penalties, and you just cannot have that. So let's improve on 3rd down offensively and defensively. That's one of the main things that we need to do this game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Next thing is feed Terry McLaurin the ball. Feed him the ball. They don't have any great corners out there. They got Matthew as their safety, who's a great safety, but he's not going to be on McLaurin, nor do they want him to be on McLaurin. So they have to feed Terry McLaurin, and Taylor Heineke's got to get the ball out a little bit quicker because, he doesn't have that great arm strength, so he can't, zip it there that fast. So he has to compensate by, making his reads a little bit quicker and, making decisions a little bit faster to get the ball to Terry, because there were times where, he throws it a little bit too late, not with enough velocity, and it's an easy pass breakup for Marshawn Lattimore, and the other defenders that were on him in the last few weeks. Heineke's got to be a little bit better getting it out quick and a little bit faster to Terry, because Terry's been open, but I think they have a pretty good connection. But continue to feed Terry McLaurin every game, that he's had a great game, we've won, and every game that we've targeted him a lot besides last game, we also won. So just target Terry McLaurin. They don't have anyone like Marshawn Lattimore, like Tre'Davious White, that scares you, so feed him the ball. I think this offense on Sunday will be pretty solid. The Chiefs defense is not good, so I think we will be able to score on them. So yeah, that's kind of my key to victory. So my score prediction, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. The over under is not that high, but I'm going to go the Chiefs score. This is tough. I'm debating a 7 or 10 point game. I know the line is favoring the Chiefs by 6.5, which I thought it would be a little bit higher than that. So I'm going to go 30-37. Kansas City Chiefs win. I don't think it's ever going to be that close of a game in the second half, but Washington's going to find a way to make it relatively close. The only reason I'm saying it's going to be a close game is their defense just isn't good. They're allowing 32.6 points per game allowed on defense. We're a pretty good offense, so I think we'll be able to score, but the defense will not. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes. If Tyreek Hill is out, then maybe that changes things a little bit, because he just adds so much to the team. So now on Sean Taylor. So crazy stuff. Sean Taylor gets his, he's getting his jersey retired this Sunday against the Chiefs. They just, I'm happy that he's getting his jersey retired. It's just unfortunate the way it all came out. They they put out a statement 3 days before the game, talking about it, and with everything that's going on, it's a little bit sketchy. But more importantly, fans want to be able to come to celebrate Sean Taylor, to celebrate his career, and just, it's unfortunate that they only get 3 days notice for this. People sometimes they only go to one game a year, and they plan it before the season starts, so they already bought plane tickets for those specific games, and it's just unfortunate. Unfortunate situation. But what I'm kind of saying is, let's not let I put this tweet out and I'll read it right here. Let's not let the terrible planning from the Washington football team take away from Sean Taylor's jersey retirement. The focus on Sunday should be honoring Sean Taylor and his family, not how bad the planning was. So that's just what I'm going to be after this. That's all I'm talking about. I mean, let's just talk about Sean Taylor, his career as a Washington Redskins player, because that, when he was playing, that's who he played for, the Washington Redskins. His career then, the amazing career that got cut short. So let's focus on that instead of how badly planned this was from the Washington football team, because this should not take away from, Sean Taylor's day on Sunday. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about that, and what you think about this game. Give me your score prediction for the game. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And also go ahead and check out WinView. Peace.